Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream. It's going to be a fun one. We got AEW Collision kicking off already, as I believe Nigel McGuinness is getting introduced, at least on my stream. But we will get to that, folks. Make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, hit like and subscribe, be a part of the family. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are back at it again. People are already being jumped on the show. I don't know if I'm a little bit ahead of you, Anthony, but AR Fox interrupting Swerve's intro. Jake the Snake is back.
That's exactly where I am. Yeah.
Perfect. But I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network, already live for 5 hours today. Back at it for another couple more tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Collision is stacked up and ready to go. So make sure you get in that chat and say hello. I will remind everybody, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, and usually there's a shtick here, but this is Mr. Anthony. How are you?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Happy Saturday. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Ready for a little bit of collision tonight, a little car wreck, a little train wreck wrestling tonight.
Right? Yeah, and it's starting right away as I got AR Fox kicking Swerve down the ramp as the pyro for the show's going off.
That's exactly where I am. It looks like this is going to be intense tonight.
You know what? That's a really cool visual. You don't get that very often. They went through the standard opening of the show, and as the pyro's going off, you got a fight going. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's unusual. I don't shoot in my years of wrestling. I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that happen.
No, not at all. But folks, the action is hot and heavy here. Gonna say happy Saturday night to those who were with us earlier today. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're still awake. I know it was a grind already. So lots of wrestling here on the channel. When we say we cover more live wrestling than everybody else, we really do.
That's the truth. We are live almost 7 days a week, or I think we might be live 7 days a week. So yeah, we cover a lot of different wrestling shows each and every week.
All right, and we're back tomorrow at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. for some more fun stuff. So that's going to be a good one.
Yep. Looking forward to it. Luna and I will be back tomorrow watching the fish market match, which seems interesting. Seen a couple of clips. It looks like it's going to be a fun watch along tomorrow night.
Just on the name alone, you know you're in for a good time.
Exactly.
Oh. Well, we got ding ding. We're ready to go in the action, Anthony. Right now, we got AR Fox and Swerve. If anybody wants to throw out their prediction, who you taking, bud?
I'm gonna have to go with AR Fox. I really like AR Fox. But Swerve is actually doing some big things too in the past couple of weeks. But I'm gonna take AR Fox.
Oh, AR up and over. Yeah, I wonder if Adam Page causes Swerve to take an L here.
That definitely could happen. I definitely can see that happening.
Nice. Look at the height on that one. The tope over the top A.
Yeah. I think this one's just going to be hard hitting.
Yeah, they're not wasting any time. So, I mean, all the credit in the world. The theme song is Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, and they got right into it.
Exactly.
I'm shocked Jake the Snake is back.
Oh, yeah, that was shocking to see.
Yeah.
It's like he was sitting there backstage. I'm like, okay.
Jake the Snake. John, thank you for becoming a member. I think we've said this already, but thank you for joining the 4 Lifeys. We greatly appreciate it. And for everyone else out there, great way to stand out, get some cute emojis, and be a part of the family. Bobby's back in the house. Kevin's with us tonight.
What's up, Kevin?
There you go. AJ's back with us. What's up, Wrestling Fam? The champ is here.
Jobson.
You may be the former champ, AJ. I got to do some clarifying. So right now it's TBD is the champ. Never bet against TBD.
It's always correct, no matter what.
Oh shit!
Ooh, what a move! Ooh,
oh, Backflip into the arm drag on the apron, Anthony. Whew.
Yeah. Ooh, that was tough.
Who else is here tonight as this action's going on? Gailey's back with us. TJ Hook, good to see ya. Larry Mack, Bobby Ray, Real Christian, Jason Chambers. Good to see you, Chambers. How you doing, buddy? Christian Powers back. Good to see you as well. Easy Bakes in the house. I don't know if I missed anybody. I think that's most.
I think you might have got everybody kind of going through with you. I think you caught everybody.
And when we get a break in the action, I'll ask you your 2 cents on Crown Jewel this afternoon.
Yeah, it's a lot to talk about with Crown Jewel.
a lot to unpack for sure.
Oh, Strickland has AR Fox on his shoulders. Now it's the switch around.
Anything you can do, I can do better. Oh, now they're just swinging.
Yeah, they are not playing tonight.
I like they're laying some of the punches in nice and stiff. You can hear them.
Very clean. Ooh.
AR Fox getting hung up on the turnbuckle, folks. Good.
Like
a great start to this match.
I feel like I'm missing something here. Like I missed a week of AEW because where did this match and the animosity between them happen?
Well, it was funny because it was like when Nick Wayne came in, AR Fox and Swerve kind of turned on Nick Wayne and Darby, and then Swerve turned on AR Fox, and then AR Fox apologized, and then it died. And then randomly we're back here. So it's just kind of turned on something. Not quite storytelling, more of just, yeah, here we are.
Okay. Because I think I was there when Strickland turned on AR Fox. I think I was actually, because that happened on Dynamite, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was at that Dynamite when that happened.
Yes.
But it kind of like took a pause after that. So it was like, okay.
Yeah, he made amends, and then the storyline kind of faded, and Swerve went on to Hangman, and then just randomly they're like, you know what, Saturday we're gonna run it up the flagpole once more.
Okay, all right. So that's how this came along. Because I mean, it just seems like both of these folks hate each other.
Right.
I got picture in picture right now.
I don't know if I'll get full picture in picture with mine. I think I stay full screen.
Okay.
So I still got the action. We're getting the graphics for later tonight. The Kingdom will be in action. Darby takes on Lance Archer with returning Jake the Snake.
That's gonna be a good match.
Be very interesting. What's up, Kevin? Hope the matches for Collision are good. We always hope that for the wrestling, my guy.
That's true. That is definitely true.
We're nothing if not hopeful.
It looks like we got Willow Nightingale versus, I can't see the other one because I'm in picture in picture. I can't see the name.
Oh, I missed it. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was Willow Nightingale versus someone.
Big Nick looks different. It's Big Anthony. We have an observant bunch around here. That's so funny when the commentators don't know what that was.
Right. They're trying to figure it out.
They're like, I'm not sure if that was a knee to the neck, the chest, something. They did something. They had this match like a month ago. There you go, Anthony.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. They should have had this a long time ago. I like what Keyshawn says down here at the bottom. That matches are always good. It's just getting there is the issue. It's definitely the issue with AEW with their storylines.
Right.
I think that's my biggest struggle with watching AEW. For me, if you're producing a weekly television show, and this is for any type of television show, not just wrestling, but you got to have storylines. You got to keep your fans invested, and just having random matches with, this is going to be, a big match, but there's no feud or anything around it. It's hard to get your viewers into it. So that's my biggest, I guess, complaint with AEW. And that's why sometimes I'll just come around when it's the pay-per-views and skip some of the shows.
Right. Oh, big slap. AR Fox
That
Ooh.
was a stiff
Mhm.
slap.
No, and I agree with you, man. Sorry about that, Anthony. I definitely agree with that idea, and I know a lot of people don't necessarily feel that way at times as far as like you're not supposed to be drawn in. They're like just the matches, but even on TV shows and such, if you show up and a bunch of shit happens, it's very specific to that episode. It is hard to carry that audience from one thing to the next. Even the
Exactly.
silliest of comedies have a connection from episode to episode.
Exactly. And it might be a light connection, but there's some type of connection. Ooh, nice
Oh,
move from the top. Was that a 450?
yeah, a big 450. By the way, the Gates of Agony have joined us by ringside,
Uh-oh.
who are in action tonight in a fatal four-way, in an 8-man tag. I've been watching too much wrestling today. In an 8-man tag with Big Bill and Ricky Starks.
Ooh, a kick to the side of the head, man.
See, it's these moments where you see a guy like AR Fox and you're like, man, if they could give him more airtime. Like if
Yeah.
yeah.
Just give him some more TV time. I think AR Fox is a big star in my opinion. I would like to see a lot more from him if Tony Khan can put oh, what was that
Oh
move?
wow.
Like that
Springboard
stopped me in
Spanish
my tracks.
fly. Hell of a move.
Yeah. If Tony Khan would put more effort into a storyline with AR Fox, I would love it.
Right. Absolutely. And I think that's been one of the big debates amongst the fan base and amongst the critics of AEW this week was, there is a good amount of talent here, and then a lot of the TV time being taken up by the older guard, the legends, so you might say. So I find that
Yeah.
very interesting.
No, I definitely agree there. Because they AEW has a lot of uh-oh. Nice neck breaker.
Hey, cutter.
AEW has a lot of younger talent that they can utilize.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Liam Oliver, welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, KJ and Anthony? Apparently, WWE bring back more free agents soon and looking into stardom. Women for Kyrie, same thing. Interesting.
Hmm.
Doesn't
They can use some more women in that division. Definitely if they're looking to bring some more free agents in.
right? Big return of Kyrie Sane tonight. That'll be interesting. Ooh,
I was so happy about that.
right.
Oh,
What a match! What a
to kick
great
off.
match!
Yeah, to kick off Collision. These two are killing it. I know Luna was very excited to see this match. That's it.
Over.
Wow.
Swerve wins with the stomp.
What a match here.
It was a weird camera shot of that random lady. And I didn't expect that lady to be holding a swerve sign.
Exactly. Same. I was a little taken aback there too.
Okay, it wasn't just me. Okay. Uh-oh,
Oh,
AR's in trouble.
oh, FTR.
Nigel's awesome. The Fox and the Hound. But here come the top guys in the house. Oh, the main event's starting now.
That's literally what the commentators just said.
Yeah. Swerve and Nana, the
Wow.
best things in AEW right now.
Yeah, I kind of agree there.
Yeah, Nana's funny because he got the dance over and then it was super baby face and he was like, I can't do the dance right now. Shit. Oh,
Uh-oh.
tag champs in the house. Big William.
Everybody in the ring now just fighting.
Well, I guess that means Roosh and Dralistico should be here in a minute.
It seems like if all these people are involved or in the main event, like it needs to be some type of stipulation or something at this point.
Oh, here we go.
Yep, there comes LFI.
Yeah, LFI is way easier than Los Grables.
Wow. Looks like one
Right.
of them took off his belt. He was ready to whoop someone.
Ooh,
Wow.
no handshake.
Oh.
No handshake. They shake each other's hand. There we go. Bryce asking for a 3-man booth. We might have to make it happen.
Hey, if we can get the schedules to work out, I wouldn't mind.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, House of Black.
Interesting. Air Fox to me is like Ricochet and WWE not booking them right. Interesting comparable.
Darby, I'm really looking forward to Darby Allin versus Lance Archer. I
It's
like
going to
both
be
of those.
interesting. I mean,
Yeah,
it's going to be a beating for Darby, though. He might not lose, but he's taking a beating.
exactly.
No, right now I'm getting a Danny Garcia package.
Yep, I'm right there with you. Pastor Jeff is in the house. What's up?
Going on, big dog. What do you think about Daniel Garcia getting a title shot?
I like Daniel Garcia.
Me too.
Yeah, so I think that's a good idea. I really think that's good.
Yeah, just it's a little surprising with all the chaos going on around the world title right now.
Yeah,
It'll be very interesting, but I mean, a chance to get MJF in the ring
because it
and
seems like
defend that belt.
everybody wants the world title.
That's it.
You got Samoa Joe asking for a shot. So yeah, it's everybody is gunning for MJF. You got Jay White at Full Gear. I mean,
It doesn't stop.
I think it's good to have, because MJF hasn't, to me, really been defending that title a lot. So it's good that they've gotten a lot of these guys gunning for MJF.
Yeah, and I mean, I like that idea that you have a whole bunch of eyes on the champion. I find at times it gets a little hectic. Like we just got the package for Danny, now we're getting a replay of what happened with Jay White and the Acclaimed, and you're like,
Yep,
what's the rivalry? Who are we sinking our teeth into here? And I
that's
think Jay,
true.
do you feel like Jay White's been overshadowed a little bit at times?
I think so, and that happens a lot. I can see, like, in AEW with someone like getting overshadowed, and I feel like Jay White, who is a big star, is getting overshadowed in this feud by like Samoa Joe, Kenny Omega last week. No disrespect, even though that match was phenomenal, but it's like this is supposed to be Jay White's moment and Jay White's feud with MJF. So yeah,
Yep. But MJF cutting a promo from the other night, losing his noodle.
Mm.
There you go. Fired up is the champ, Jay White there.
Yeah.
Everybody in the Bullet Club has personality. I'll give them that.
Yeah. That song they just made up though, I like that.
Jay pinned MJF. This one's for you.
Keyshawn. Yeah, yes, Anthony, is national television, not an indie show. Absolutely. If you're coming on weekly, and like I say, any TV show, you can say NCIS, Law and Order, something. You got to have a storyline. You got to have something connecting each and every episode, and AEW just does not have that. So there are some weeks myself, I'm like, what is really happening? Do I really have to watch this? Is this leading up to a pay-per-view? It's probably not, so I'm gonna skip it. That's kind of how I
right?
feel about AEW sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you watch the clips and the highlights and you got YouTube and Twitter, you pretty much caught the show, right? You get the key points out of it. And I find at times fans will almost base their opinion on that. Like they see a few minutes of the show and they're like, well, this happened, amazing. And you're like, yeah, but the whole show as a whole, how did it come together? And
Exactly,
mhm.
exactly.
We got 2 words for you. Guns up. Find it very
Interesting.
interesting that they hijacked that.
Right.
WWE is working on bringing back Saray. I could see that being a thing. Interesting.
Okay, someone needs to remind me who Saray is because
They,
I don't know.
they gave her a little taste in NXT. It's not surprising.
Okay.
And then she kind of had the schoolgirl turns into Sailor Moon gimmick for a couple weeks, and
Oh, okay, okay. I do remember her a tad bit. Okay, that
right.
would be nice.
Oh, it's Emi Sakura. I should have known that.
Okay, okay.
So we'll see. I know that. I mean, we've seen it in the past with Triple H. He's very keen on watching independents, signing international stars. So yeah, I have no doubt that they're looking.
Yeah, they're definitely Triple H is definitely looking to beef up that division. I've liked how over the past couple of weeks he has shed some light on the women's division. There's been a lot of women's matches, a lot of women's segments on both shows, Raw and SmackDown, and NXT, which is really strictly ran by Shawn Michaels. That first night of Halloween Havoc was basically women's night, if you
Yep.
wanted to put it in any terms. So yeah, I think Triple H is. I think now that he's in full control, I think he's trying to, get the ball rolling and get some storylines going and get some more wrestlers in there and more screen time for the women.
No, absolutely, and it definitely seems like there's an emphasis on some of the. I find the areas that they get criticized for a lot. I feel like they've put focus on women's wrestling, tag team wrestling, trying to highlight it a little bit more. But with that being said, we are in commercial break, folks. So make sure you keep rolling with us. Anthony, you watched Crown Jewel today. How did you feel about it?
I enjoyed Crown Jewel. It wasn't the best premium live event.
Hmm.
I think it started off very hot with Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. And then it slowly like dialed down a little bit. I really think the match with Bianca Belair and Io Sky, it was great, but the crowd was dead. Same with Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul. Great match, but the crowd just wasn't in it. They came alive a little bit for Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest, and then Roman Reigns and LA Knight. They were there for.
Yep.
But all in all, from a wrestling standpoint, I really enjoyed the show. I'm a little disappointed. I'm happy Kyrie Sane is back. So let me start off by saying that I'm a huge fan of Kyrie Sane, but I don't think it should have happened in Saudi Arabia.
Fair
That
enough.
crowd literally was dead when she pulled the hood off. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if this was on any other continent or country, United States, UK, Canada, the place would have erupted in some type of
Hmm.
moment, and it just wasn't there. And I felt like it was kind of derailed a little bit. I did.
Yeah, fair enough. And that, yeah, it did end up being like a very clunky moment where, she kind of caused the near count out and then waited and then
Yeah.
kind of got in there. It was very, yeah, subdued.
And I also like the five-way match with
Yeah,
Rhea Ripley. Her entrance was awesome. But yeah, it was a solid match. I really enjoyed it. It showcased all five of those women. And again, it goes back to Triple H trying to get more women on the screen. So yeah, I enjoyed Crown Jewel. I don't think it was better than Turning Point, but I might be a little biased. Impact's Turning Point, but it was good.
yeah. You know what? Turning Point might have been like, as far as just like each match in Turning Point was solid.
Yeah.
Every single match was solid and didn't really have those lull moments. It might not have hit the peaks that Crown Jewel did, but it consistent across the board.
Yeah.
But we are back from commercial break, Anthony. Roddy being rolled out by the Kingdom.
Uh-oh.
Rolling, rolling, rolling.
and his neck brace.
Still rocking the neck brace. As a Caribbean Spanish guy, I fear the belt more than I like that. It's actually 2-1 for the Sabres because my Leafs just let in a shorthanded goal. Good job, guys. Thanks, AJ. Did my pick win? Who'd you pick?
Oh, we got a tag team match here.
Yeah, the Kingdom. Who are they fighting?
I don't know. They didn't really announce the other two guys. They just rang the bell and was like, "Let's go at it."
Yeah, Roddy yelled and we went ding ding, and it's about to end. This one's not going to last long.
Yeah. I thought, okay, that's his hair in the way. I thought he was busted open already, but that was just his hair. It's like the match just started. How you busted open already?
Right. Sup, KJ and Anthony. How do you feel about Gates of Agony? Do you think they fit here or NXT? I think they're awesome, and I think they fit anywhere they damn well want to. I wish they were used more.
No, I definitely agree with KJ. They fit in NXT and they fit well here in AEW, but utilization is the key word.
Yeah,
it has to happen.
Yeah, they do a lot of jobs. They do a lot of jobs to smaller teams. They're outstanding.
Oh, that's it now. The match is definitely over.
Yeah.
He's not even gonna lay into the pin.
We get the 1 foot flex pin. There you go. The Kingdom get in a match and a convincing win. I'm surprised, to be honest.
Yeah.
Solid match for what you needed.
Solid, quick, to the point.
Right. Oh, Roddy.
Wait a minute. I'm like, what? You're just in the wheelchair?
This man is ridiculous. I'm okay with that.
And then's getting helped back into the wheelchair.
Yeah,
like
I'm okay with that. Roddy jumps in the ring, throws a huge high knee, and then instantly remembers, oh, wait, I'm crippled. That's funny. If for anyone out there who's ever watched the Trailer Boys, Roddy is giving us Ricky's dad 100% right now.
That was insane. I was a little bit confused for a second too. I was like, wait a minute, aren't you supposed to be hurt?
For no reason. Just there you go. Rangers 2-0 over the Wild. LOL, Anthony. Thanks for the spoiler. What spoiler? Danny Garcia is Fandango Light, says Easy Bake.
That's hilarious.
Yes. Bryce got me. Got to watch Trailer Park Boys. It's worth it. Ridiculous.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Canadian comedy at its finest.
Oh, Mark Briscoe.
Big pop for Mark in the building. It's a flea call. Oh, he didn't even get to speak. Oh, Mark and FTR.
FTR saying they'll pull double duty.
Yeah, Mark Briscoe needs a couple partners. So
yeah.
All right.
I wonder who he has in mind.
I have no idea. Mark is amazing. This guy needs a TNT title or the IC title. Give it to him. He's so good. I think Mark got a little overlooked when he was partnered with Jay, because Jay was such a outstanding wrestler and such an over the top personality in himself.
Yeah.
But Mark's no slouch.
No, I agree with you. I definitely agree. He's pretty funny now.
Yeah, he makes
I'm
me
really
laugh.
interested to see who his partners are going to be though. I'm kind of excited for that.
I really hope it's not Jared and Lethal.
Please don't let it be them. Please don't let it be them. Oh, we got Darby Allin versus Lance Archer.
It's gonna be a big one, and yeah, Jake the Snake at ringside as well.
Yeah.
Having a great Saturday. My picks for Crown Jewel pulled through, except Cena. My Ohio's, yeah, very happy about your Ohio Buckeyes. And the New York Rangers up 2-0. So Christian having a good day. I like it.
I'm sorry about Cena for you, but I was a little happy. So
Were you?
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Cena fan. Really, I'm not a Cena fan at all. Let me just put it that way. So
Yeah.
to see Cena lose, that was the highlight of Crown Jewel for me.
Are you surprised he got annihilated?
I
Like, he got
I
run over.
was, yeah, a little bit surprised of like how he just got, massacred in a way by Solo. That kind of shocked me, but I mean, I never really thought Cena was gonna win that match anyway, even though he had all those math numbers about when the last time he's won
Yeah.
a match. I really thought they were gonna give it to Solo, and they did.
Yeah, I thought maybe. I actually bet for Cena to win, because all the hype around him never winning. But no, he got run over.
Ran over by Solo.
But we got ding ding, folks. If you want to give a prediction on this match, let us know who you're taking. Darby Allin or Lance Archer should be a good one. What do you got, Anthony?
I got Darby, even though he just got ragdolled across the ring. Like
It's
he
going to be a
just
lot
got
of that.
thrown. But I
Oh,
definitely got Darby.
yeah, I'm with you. Ooh, it just slapped the big man. The pounce. Down goes Darby. Holy shit.
Man, like he just kind
Uh,
of flew out the ring.
right. Liam, how you doing? Oh, KJ and Anthony. What if Mark Briscoe is looking for someone like Mance Warner because he faces Matt Cardona in a loser leaves MLW match? It'd be a crazy swerve.
Yeah. Steve
Oh,
Chambers down here says, unfortunately, Darby for the win.
I'm a big fan of Lance Archer, but yeah, it's been a struggle. Yes. Sorry. The Leafs scored. I got distracted.
Ah, wait a minute. What is Lance Archer doing?
Going old school.
That's what I thought for a second. I'm like, is he going old school?
Yeah, and Darby says, not today, big guy.
Ooh,
One of the most aggressive topes in the world.
yeah.
104-pound cannonball.
Ooh, was that supposed to be a suplex?
Yes. Release suplex.
I've never heard of that before.
It just chucked him.
Literally chucked him across the ram.
I feel like suplex is a technical move, and that was just a chucking.
Right. That was more of just a chucking, like you said.
Any matches booked for World's End? No, I think we got some things to get through before we get there.
Definitely still got to get through. Man, I forgot the next pay-per-view, but we've still got to get through there, and then I think
Full
we'll
gear.
start. Full gear. Then we'll start building towards World's End, which I think is December. Is it New Year's Eve, December
30th,
31st
I
or
think.
30th? Okay.
Yeah.
I hope AEW kind of makes that a thing, having a end of the year pay-per-view the last weekend.
Yeah.
I thought WWE was gonna start that with I should say the first weekend with January 1st, day one. I thought they were gonna
Yeah.
do that every year, but they did it one time and that was it.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I feel like they used to do back in the day, they were doing like Armageddon late in the year and such. So you kind of had that either year end, year start feel to
Y-
it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, December 30th, a good way to go out.
And I think the title World's End, I think that's perfect. Like
Yeah,
for an end of the year pay-per-view.
absolutely. Lance Archer for the win. They
Hey.
call that log chucking. There you go. I wish AEW would use Keith Lee more often than they do.
Like, when was the last time Keith Lee was on television? I don't even know.
I feel like he beat someone a few weeks ago, but I can't remember what it was or who it was. So that goes to tell you where Keith Lee's at in his career.
Exactly, exactly. I don't Sometimes I don't really understand Tony Khan's booking, but that's probably because I'm just a fan and don't know any better.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of us are kind of confused with some of the booking. Even, when you, again, it's kind of like you said earlier, comparing it to like your favorite shows.
Yeah,
When you tune in one week and you get a whole bunch of stuff, you're like, okay, this is cool. And you turn in the next week and it's not really connected and the story's all over the place. The booking is questionable for sure. And I think a
yeah.
lot of people are starting to question Tony, even from the fan base, are like, what are we doing?
Like, what are we doing exactly? And you don't have to continue every storyline each week. And like I said, that goes
Mhm.
back to any TV show. They can start something, take a couple of weeks off, and then revisit it,
Yep.
down the line. But it's
Mhm.
like sometimes it's just kind of cut short.
Yep.
That's why I asked earlier about the AR Fox and Strickland match. I'm like, okay, I don't even remember what happened. And I was at the event when the turn
Right. I was there, I think.
right.
Shout out to Monty Brown. Yes, there was a Monty Brown reference on the pounce there. A friend of Lance Archer, apparently. A lot of people taking Darby. Nobody taking Lance, eh? Ooh. Oh,
We
wait,
got
Bobby
one.
took Lance.
Yeah, we got one
I
Lance
read
Archer.
that. 3-2, yes. I did see that. I'm a little disappointed. They got scored on like a minute later. Beautiful.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what? Our Darby's revert. Oh,
What was that? A reversal?
it was a revert. It looked like a reversal stunner ish move.
TK has ADD. He definitely seems like he has trouble concentrating. You might not be wrong.
He's not focusing very well.
I want to do all the things. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Relax, kid.
Right, like
What do
one
you
at a
do?
time, one at a time.
Yeah, all right. It's kind of like the world title picture right now. I want
Right.
all the challengers. And you're like, whoa.
This
Dun,
match is
dun.
better than I expected.
Mhm. It's actually going along well. And as expected, Darby's taken an absolute beating.
Yeah, he
Like,
looks like he's not gonna win, but I think he is.
oh, yeah, he'll
Oh,
throw in a crucifix roll up. We're good to go.
uh-oh, looks like Lance is going for a choke slam. Ugh. Cho- Is
Just
this choke slam number
murdering this
two?
child.
Oh, choke slam
Oh,
on the apron. I felt that in my back. Oh,
bro. So he takes a choke. Darby takes a choke slam in the middle of the ring, lickety split, and then takes a second one on the
on the-
apron.
yeah, the tough one on that apron. Uh-oh, Jake got the skateboard.
It's so funny. Jake's back. Here comes Sting. Come on. Wow, that
Oh,
didn't
they
go
threw
well
him
at
out.
all. Archer's beating the holy snot out of Darby. Yeah.
He definitely is. Darby crawling back into the ring with all the little strength he has left.
So Jake gets kicked out of ringside, folks. I was half expecting a Sting appearance.
I thought he was going to show up too. Yeah. I mean, he's taking a beating at this point. I'm like, is he really going to win?
I got Darby for the win, loyal follower of Liverpool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bobby giving you a shout out.
What's up, Bobby? Oh, it looks like he's going for another. Oh,
Is he biting his fingers?
he's biting his fingers
And poking his eyes. All the cheating.
raking his back. Is he going for a sunset flip?
Cool.
Well,
There he is.
sunset flip.
And wins.
Wow.
I was close. We got a roll up.
Wow.
Just a typical Darby match. Taking a beating.
Taking a beating, and then that's it. Takes
Go
a beating
Bills.
and then gets the win.
Wow. Did Archer ever win a title yet? I don't think Archer's even sniffed a title yet.
No, I don't think has he even had a title match? That's the question. Hold on. What is Jake saying?
Yeah. You might be the golden goose, but you're cracked, scrambled, and done.
Uh-oh.
Well, what? Jake the Snake is apparently aligned with the righteous. What?
Whoa.
What? Did he have the title? You might be right, Gamer. I don't think so, but maybe.
I don't know. Now I do know, and I might be wrong here, but I think he faced Adam Page when he was world champ. I feel like there was a Lance Archer Adam Page match.
And he did fight Moxley in a death match, and I'm pretty sure that belt was on the line at the time too.
Okay.
But it's hard. I mean, again, we're going back. Now, did he have the title?
I don't think he had the title. Oh, who is that behind him?
Archer's up.
Oh, okay.
And the blackout. So Jake the Snake has a faction. Interesting, Anthony.
Wow.
Lance Archer, the Righteous, and Jake the Snake. You have my attention.
Now I just need Tony Khan to execute this right.
Well, we were kind of curious what was going to happen with the Righteous because they were kind of relevant for a hot minute.
This is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this.
I like it. I'm a big fan of the Righteous, so that's very interesting. Right now we got Statlander, Willow, and Sky Blue. Oh. It was a terrible answer.
Sky Blue got a little attitude.
Everybody was being so nice, and she was just like, no.
No, I didn't do this for you.
Oh yeah, we're doing the 69-day celebration today. Very interesting.
When I read that before I got on here, I was like, this has to be the Acclaimed. I didn't know. I guess I didn't read it on the official website, so it didn't say the Acclaim next to it.
Nice.
It just said 69-day championship celebration. I was like, this has to be the Acclaimed.
So Archer is replacing Stu in the Righteous. Yeah, okay, sure. And why can't we keep Stu?
Right.
I like Stu. Which title? I think we were debating the the TNT title.
I think Boston said he didn't win the TNT title. Yep, right up here. Nope, he didn't. He lost to
Didn't.
Tony.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's never had a title, but I'm sure he's had title matches.
Yeah, not many though, few and far between. Then he
Yeah.
was hurt for a long while. Stu Grayson will be better in TNA with his friends in there, my opinion. I think you could speak to this. Join Allen Angels.
I would like that. I really like Allin Angels. I would like to see them together. So it might be a better fit for him in TNA, especially if TNA is going to try to do some big things in 2024. So I'm inclined to kind of agree with you, Liam.
I like it. I like it. Another one from Liam, actually. Can they bring Butcher and the Blade with Jake? I mean, we're putting all the kind of dark guys that are underused together.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. I would say that.
I think the Butcher and the Blade should be used more, but and I
Yeah.
know the Butcher goes on tour and stuff, but I mean, he's not doing world tours by any stretch. Steven Chambers saying Righteous and Archer with Jake. Okay. People aren't quite sure how to react to this. They're like,
Right. Like, do we need to give it some time? Do we need to wait it out a minute before we give a full opinion?
right. I think Bash's point is why everyone kind of like a faction that we're not going to see.
I think that's what everybody is thinking. Absolutely.
But folks, we are in a commercial break. I will take a moment to remind everybody to make sure you click that like and subscribe button. Make sure you be a part of the shows, part of the family. We do not stop. We run 7 days a week, most weeks. Tomorrow we're back at 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. We're going to do episode 3 of the Dirt Sheet Debates, and we're doing the Fish Market Match Watch Along with Anthony and Luna. That's going to be a fun time. Dudley taking on Shark Boy. Is it Shark Boy and Curry Man, or is Curry
I
Man
think
just around?
yeah, I think it's Shark Boy and Curry Man, which is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
I know Luna
absolutely.
loves Curry Man.
You know, when you got Bubba kissing a fish, it's worth watching.
Exactly.
But and then we're back for Monday and all through the week. All the wrestling shows, we watch them live here, folks, including New Japan, GCW, a lot of the independents, and so much more. But right now, I got back from commercial. Swerve is confronting Alex Abrahantes.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
oh wow. Penta versus Swerve this Wednesday, or did he say Friday?
Wednesday. I think he said Wednesday.
Me and Penta both used to wear masks as they got history in Lucha Underground together.
Ooh,
I like Alex Abrahantes. I hope he gets more airtime.
that's gonna be good on Wednesday.
Should be a fun one for sure. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, if you're checking your program, we get a 69-day celebration.
With the Acclaimed.
Throw your hand up to the 69-day. All right. Short,
Okay.
sweet, to the point. Okay, okay. They're still pretty over, Anthony.
Yeah.
Scissor me, daddy ass. Things I never thought I'd be saying on YouTube.
Like that should be a book. Things I didn't think I would say on YouTube.
uh, the Acclaimed what though? LOL. Please, Bullet Club Gold, interrupt the Acclaim. I don't think so. Could it be
I
the House
think
of Black?
it
We have
could be the
Buddy
House
in a
of
minute.
Black. Yeah.
It's a weird thing to celebrate.
A random number to celebrate. Like
Well,
we all know why.
yeah, not so random, but maybe unnecessary. You know, happy almost 4 months as champion. Oh,
Her first time what?
it was her first time. Big days, big things happening on AEW. We had a yeah, we had a scissor pop. For the thousands in attendance. For the millions. We got streamers. Swerve vs. Penta for Dynamite Wednesday.
This is
Thank you.
interesting and funny at the same time.
To me, it's ridiculous enough to be good. We know Christian's happy. Who do you think challenges the Acclaimed? Interesting
I'm
question.
yeah, that's an interesting question. I'm thinking the House of Black. I really am. Been a minute since we've kind of seen all of them.
It'd be interesting to see if they go back that way.
Yeah.
Speaking of wrestling, Tampa Bay and St. Louis turned into a bit of a wrestling match, apparently. Sorry. Side note. There's more fighting going on there. This is worse than Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio weigh-in.
Oh, from last night.
Yeah.
Oh, MJF on the screen. What are we doing here?
This man is the heart of the show. Aww.
It's okay
Adam
to have
told me
one
I can
forever.
have more than one friend.
Mr. Boston, did you watch Crown Jewel? I did watch Crown Jewel, and I enjoyed it. My rating for it was about 7.5.
Right on. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a solid premium
Yeah.
live event.
Yeah, I was right there with you. I gave it a solid 7. You know, did it blow my socks off the way a couple other pay-per-views did this year? Probably not. But
No. Yeah.
yeah, I'm right there with you. This is crazy. It's a culmination. Well, last week the House of Black came back and we had like a series of blackouts. They were kind of all over Collision last week.
That is true. That is true. Yeah.
They got a scissor trophy. Yeah, they're up in the bleachers right now. They're in the press box. Yeah.
They have a trophy that says 16.
They got a 69 trophy. I didn't know you could get a trophy for that. Even Nigel, what you got to do to win that?
Right.
You know what you got to do, Nigel. Officially the most times I've heard this number on a wrestling show ever. Stop being a gooner. I feel like this segment kind of died.
It did kind of die, and it's dragging, but it's still a little bit hilarious too.
The crowd's just like, okay, now what? We get it. You're cute. You made your jokes.
Like, what are we doing next?
Billy wants to 69 everybody in there. I mean, he's in good enough shape to probably pull it off. There's only about 1,500 people, so scissor yourself into a black hole. Daniel not feeling it.
He's definitely not.
Oh, scissor me, daddy.
I think this went on a bit too long.
Agreed. They peaked and they kept going.
Looks like we're about to end it here.
But oh, here we go. Here we go. That could have
Finally, an
happened 4 minutes
interruption.
ago.
Let's see.
Dalton Castle and the boys.
Wow.
I'm shocked, but I'm such a big fan of Dalton Castle. I can't complain. If anyone's going to match the weirdness of the Acclaimed, I think Castle does it well. I think Luna's popping somewhere right now.
You know she is. You know she is.
But see, the segment went a touch long, and now you have Castle coming out, so we're already kind of past the point of
Right.
like,
We're kind of over this segment. Like Dalton Castle should have came out at least about 5 to 7 minutes ago.
Solid for sure. Whew. Fucking Nigel.
Did he just say what I think?
Kinda. And then Tony tried to play it off like, well, I'm not too sure. Yeah, well. You gotta let him fly. The peacock in the house. Gave Crown Jewel a 9 out of 10. Solid. Big fan. Big fan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't think it quite got there for me, but it was a good one. The party peacock is here on 69 day. I can't make this shit up. I can't write this shit.
Like, all of this is so weird.
That's my favorite. Listen to the chance for Dalton, though. This is, I keep saying, the guy's got so much charisma.
Yeah.
They could use him more. I just don't know what's happening here. Is there a match happening?
As far as I know, it's not. He doesn't have a mic in hand.
The boys are fighting over the 69 trophy. I feel like this was really could have been produced a little bit better.
A lot better.
What is happening in my life?
I am not understanding this at all.
What is going
Is he
on?
taking the trophy?
Break it. He broke the trophy. We got to fight. It was such a build. Well, like, what an incredible build to that moment. We got to fight if anyone's watching.
So are they the next challengers? I don't.
Yes, I'd imagine. Why would he do that? Says Tony. Why would any of this be done, Tony?
Exactly. This whole segment, like only AEW at this point.
Oh, so we got a match.
Oh, yeah, because Aubrey Edwards is in the ring. It's a match now.
We're going Caster versus Castle. Oh no, wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, it's a championship match. Catch and release, fall away slam. The 69-day challenge. By the way, everyone can write that one down.
So they threw out a challenge. 69
Again, not well conveyed to the audience, and the crowd there was real quiet for long periods of time.
They were.
Is that a pinata? Yep. Kevin asked the same question I did. Oh.
Did he just get hit him with the pin?
Yeah, this is such a weird segment. It's like
a segment that turned into a match that no one knew about.
And I don't mean like I mean this kind of an interesting way, Anthony. Like if you watch like the small independent shows, like in a gym or like a very local one, where there's a lot of like conversation with the fans because they know them and stuff.
Yeah,
like that's almost what this feels like on a bigger scale of like they're just like talking and like there's these slow moments with like inside jokes, which I don't get.
Yeah. And usually at like an indie show, you can at least hear the conversation.
True.
Like you can't make out anything that's happening now. So weird. Dalton Castle could make Pretty Deadly his new boys. I'm with that. I couldn't remember Pretty Deadly's name the whole time. I'm like, Dalton Castle and his boys are just like that tag team in WWE, and I couldn't figure out the name at all. I like Pretty Deadly though. I really do like those guys.
You know what? They had that match the other night with the Donnybrook match with the Brutes. I thought it was a really good match, and I thought they showed off quite a bit of what they could do.
Yeah. I think when I can't remember his name, when one of them got injured, it just kind of slowed them down because they were building fairly quickly when they got called up from the main roster, and then one of them got injured, and it was like I was kind of hurt because I was like, I think y'all could be tag team champions if you guys keep building this momentum.
Hashtag Elton Strong.
Right.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't mind. You can have the silly gimmick if you can turn it up in the ring and deliver. And I mean, they did in NXT too. So
yeah,
I'm curious to see. I think they're good heels. I think they'll do their thing. That's funny as hell, Boston. How long?
We're not far from it.
Birds of a feather flock together, and they all end up in the same place. Flat on the tail of feathers. That's deep, Pastor Jeff. Dalton, what is that he's got?
Yeah, is that a picture or something?
He's trying to rip a picture.
I'm in picture, so I can barely see.
Yeah, he's got a picture and he couldn't rip it, but I don't know what the picture is of. Like, did one of the Acclaimed send him a dick pic? What is the problem here? like old school dick pic. What is the picture of?
Like, what is it?
And this match is still going. Like, I'm shocked. Like, this is the longest segment of the night.
I think this segment started at about 8:45. It's 9:06 now.
And I mean, the crowd has had moments where, like they just pointed out, they're going crazy now. There was a solid chunk where they were just like, "What are we watching?"
All right, I'm back from picture in picture now, so I got both of the boys in the ring with Max Caster.
Right. Billy Gunn's the X factor in all this, man. What do you do with Billy? He's a tank.
Right.
Grandpa is jacked. Castle chucks a chair down the aisleway. I don't quite know
For
why.
what reason?
What is
like Cardi B, what was the reason? Anthony Bowens has control of the match right now.
Oh. Blind tag. I guess AEW doesn't have that little rope that the WWE has, eh?
Right.
The Cotton Candy Boys, aka Ken and Barbie. That poor trophy deserves better. This is a good comment.
We are one step away from being AEW presents the Rocky Picture Horror Show.
That close. Oh shit!
What?
They don't suck it unless he actually said "suck my." They beeped it. What is that?
What is happening here?
They're still the champs. If anybody was worried about what was going to happen to the trios title tonight,
Wow. Steve Chambers down here. Thank God the match is over. The whole match and segment went way too long.
It was so. But it was so chaotic amongst it. It was almost like it felt like watching an improv group of like, okay, what's next?
Exactly.
Now what? Can we get suggestions from the crowd? Like, what is happening? What do you think of the scissor belts, the scissor trio belts?
They're nice. I like the look of them. If you try to buy a replica though, it'll break the bank. Because I think it's like $1,200. It's up there.
It's collector's edition, man. Andrade being interviewed in the back. Has he decided to join Hot and Flexible? I don't know if you met her dude, but I probably wouldn't. Next week?
He gives his answer.
All right, there you go. Andrade. Andrade got 45 seconds. You got less time than the pinata, Anthony.
Right.
Flying flip, WCW. They definitely had a Russo vibe to it. That's what I mean. I picture Luna sitting on the edge of her couch, just clapping that whole back half of that segment.
Uh-huh.
They scored again. Holy shit. Andrade going to answer CJ next week. Yes, he is, Chambers. So if you were anticipating the answer from Andrade towards CJ Perry, if they could work together, we will find out next week.
Oh, now we find out who's going to be Mark Briscoe's teammates, tag team partners.
Right. Reach for the sky, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Damien's asking about Collision going up against SmackDown. I don't think it's next Friday. I think it's the Friday after, which is the 17th. That's because Full Gear is airing on Saturday, so they're pushing Collision to Friday. I think that's why Collision is going up against SmackDown. Oh, okay.
Dustin Rhodes. Does that mean we're getting Keith Lee?
Yeah, Keith Lee.
Because I know Dustin and Keith had been hanging around a little bit, so
okay.
We got Limitless Rhodes. Who's more limitless, Lacey Evans or Keith Lee? The pinata is sponsored by WB Kids WB.
Y'all got the jokes tonight.
Keith Lee is alive and well.
We talked him up. We were
Right?
just talking about Keith Lee earlier. This should be a fun match, though.
Dustin Rhodes, Keith Lee, and Mark Briscoe in a very mixed tag, and against Kip and the Workhorsemen. If y'all want to make a prediction.
I don't even have a prediction here. If I'm gonna go with anybody, it's Mark Briscoe.
It's gotta be. Gotta be. Yep, 3 hours of AEW against SmackDown. It's gonna be a fun week. I hope. Would you think they'll jack it up?
Oh, you know, Tony Khan has to. He has to prove his point from what happened with Dynamite and NXT.
Right.
So SmackDown doesn't have to do much of anything, to be honest, to compete, in my opinion.
No, we'll just put on a normal show. We'll be good.
Right. They might have Roman Reigns there, but even though he's not supposed to appear after today, I think Crown Jewel was it for him until Royal Rumble.
That is the rumor. I mean, again, just we don't know how much is substantiated. If we don't see the world champion, or there's no real story around the world champion all the way to Rumble, it's going to be a little deflating, a little disappointing.
Yeah, definitely agree there. I might be a Roman Reigns fan, but sometimes with the long breaks, it can get a bit much.
Yeah, because you just start kind of like, especially when he's so connected to the stories.
Oh, that was rough.
It was rude. Listen, I'm gonna say that Collision so far, it's been chaotic but entertaining.
Yeah,
I mean, better than nothing, I suppose.
Every match has been good so far, has delivered. And then we had that impromptu 6-man tag title match. But yeah, Collision's been great so far.
Oh. JD Drake, also a professional bowler. That's my favorite wrestling factoid ever. Also a bowler. Okay.
Oh, I thought Mark Briscoe was about to get it there.
No way. No way. This match could have been on Rampage. Are we just being a little picky at that point? I know we like to nitpick a little, but I'm like, I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Right.
It's a very interesting match, though. Like, we're not used to seeing any of these people together, like, consistently.
That's true. Especially Mark Briscoe and Keith Lee.
Dun, dun, dun. The whole CJ recruiting people angle is a backhanded way to motivate Miro to run through people. So Andrade just say no to flexible wives of other men.
Sounds
That's
about right.
great life advice.
Oh, Dustin Rhodes just got tagged in.
It's crazy to me. Like, we got Dustin in here. We just had Billy Gunn in here.
Yeah,
It's very interesting. Now, Dusty and Billy can still do it at a pretty high level, but the average age of AEW is definitely getting a yank up.
exactly. It's in the 50 mark, 40s and 50s. Ooh. Mark Briscoe going to the top.
That he is. Wow. And
Quick
good
work
night.
in this match. Quick work.
Decent match, quick and easy. The right team gets the win. Let's go home. I'm good with that.
Solid match. I enjoyed that. It
Mm-hmm.
was quick, but I enjoyed that. See, Mr. Daniel says, I'm not a fan of Reigns or the Bloodline, but WWE doing it how they are for a reason. Roman not being there as often gets more heel heat on him and makes his matches more of a special attraction. I do agree there. And I also believe, and me and Luna talked about this on Thursday. I personally believe the reason why Roman takes time off is because of his health and the health scare he had a couple of
Mm-hmm.
years ago. And I feel like the contract that he signed just a couple of years ago was reflecting of his health. I've been kind of a stickler on that for the past 2 years, and I think that's why he takes time off.
Yep. And that's a valid argument in the sense of how he structured his contract. It was probably very important to him to have those dates off.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I said, I think for me, like I think like if you think between SummerSlam and now, it just again, I think it's his lack of presence at times. Like I don't
Mhm.
expect him to be in the ring. I mean, you could do pre-tapes, shit, shoot him on whatever, the island of relevancy where he's hanging out. Like give us
Ah,
a little bit of something.
I kind of get what you're saying there. Like,
Mhm.
give us a little bit of presence. You don't have to be at the show, but like, let
Yeah,
us know that you're there in a way. Yeah, I kind
right.
of get that.
Especially when you're carrying the storyline, when you're using like Paul and Jimmy to carry his storyline, and then he kind of just walks in and picks it back up, like I'll take it from here kind of idea.
Yeah.
So it gives it a little more feel to it. I just want to quickly take a moment to where is my buddy Aaron Jobson? It's now 4-4. Haha. Sorry.
I think, with Paul Heyman being there, it kind of gives the impression sometimes that Roman Reigns is not even, and I know that's not the case, but the storyline that he's not like even watching the show because when something happens, it's like, hey Siri, call Roman Reigns or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it kind of gives. And then I said, hey Siri, and my iPad just went crazy. Hold
Uh-oh.
on.
As we are in a commercial break, folks, we are rolling along. I thank you for spending part of your Saturday night here with us this weekend. Right now, we are rolling through this. It's been a chaotic edition of Collision. I will say that from the minute we started this show, it's been something, and it hasn't really stopped.
Right. Yeah, it's been moving pretty quickly. And every match has been great, to be honest. Even that weirdly 69 match.
The Battle of the 69 trophy.
Right.
I'm on a roll with the Acclaimed winning the match and Keith, Dustin, and Mark getting the winner. There you go, Christian. Congrats. 4-4 now. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Roman definitely needs to show up more. I'd say more. I think we've gone a little too far to, like, we're at the max of what presence he can have.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting if he's not back till the Rumble. What do you like? How you got to really work to keep SmackDown interesting in that regard.
Exactly. You gotta figure out a way to make I would have to say Logan Paul the main attraction, which is kind of weird with him holding the US championship. You gotta make Logan Paul the main attraction.
Did you just say that out loud? People all over the IWC are just exploding right now. Did he say what? Logan? Technically, he would be.
Right.
So Mark is now calling out Jay White. Mark Briscoe is challenging Jay White for Wednesday. Put MJF's belt on the line. What?
Luna is jumping in her seat.
What? What is happening? Oh, I swear to God, it's honestly if you've ever had someone under the age of 6 to try and tell you a story, that's what this show comes into sometimes.
Exactly.
Like, multiple plots.
You got a bunch of first graders writing this show tonight.
So Mark Briscoe's going to challenge Jay White for MJF's belt.
So weird.
I love Mark Briscoe. I don't get how we got here. Is he a fan of MJF? Are they friends?
Right.
Why does he care?
Have they ever interacted with one another? Right.
While I wait for a commercial, I'm gonna hit the panic button because the New York Rangers 3 and the Minnesota Wild 2. Dun, dun, dun. Willow Nightingale getting into the ring.
I love her little theme song. It's fun. It gets everybody up and moving.
Yeah, it's good energy. And I was a little nervous that they were going to kind of do like the dark thing along with Sky Blue, and they were kind of going to push her a little that way. I'm like, you need more just pure happy-go-lucky baby faces.
Exactly.
Oh, 2 big beefy ladies coming together. I feel like I've seen Emmy like 2 or 3 times in the last couple shows.
Yeah. Seems like she's been here quite a lot. Keyshawn says, I forgot there's a women's match. There's always at least one on Tony Khan shows.
You get one. Maybe 2 if we're feeling lucky. Wait. Russo must be writing this crap. No, Russo is better. Easy Bake, are you high enough that you answered yourself? Oh, that's funny. Charles, big fan of Willow. Good looking. Yeah, absolutely. Don't take my words incorrectly. We got the beefy boys, we got the beefy girls too. This is funny. Pulls out a list of half the roster already chasing MJF. Add Mark Briscoe and someone else. Well, I guess we just added Garcia.
Right. And it's like, but does Mark Briscoe actually want the world title, or does he just want to give the world title back to MJF after the Jay White match?
I
So
don't
it's
know. Is
like,
that yeah?
where are we going?
Like, is it going to be a trade off? Like, I'll give your belt back. Look, I won your belt back for you, but then
Exactly.
you're like, but the champion couldn't get it back, so this is kind of awkward. Like, do I get a title shot for giving you your belt? Like,
Like what is happening?
that's it. Mark Briscoe for champion. You heard it here first. Picking Willow, picking Willows. Rangers are on a hot streak. Man, don't forget to set your clocks back tonight. That's
Yes.
right. We fall back. I need an extra hour sleep after today.
Yes. Y'all, you have been live a lot today.
It's true. Just hanging out with y'all. Oh, Emmy's up. Emmy's down.
Uh-oh.
What a show. Willow Nightingale for the win. I wouldn't be surprised if Russo is writing it. No, I would be, because that means Tony's relinquished some control, and I don't think that's a strong suit for Tony.
I don't know if Tony Khan has children, but if he does, it's like his 7-year-old wrote tonight's show. He's like, here you go. Here's the pin for tonight's show. You can write it. But it's not bad. That's the thing. It's not bad. It's all over the place. I guess it's like what I said earlier when we started this. It's gonna be a car wreck and a train crash and all of that together, because that's exactly what it is, in a good way.
Yeah. Tony's like, I'll show you a car crash. Let's get in the trains and the planes. We can make a big thing going here. And that's what it feels like. I mean, again, the show's been highly entertaining.
Yeah.
We're an hour and a half in, and I haven't been bored.
Yeah, exactly.
I may have been confused.
We've been confused a lot. I think we've used the word interesting a lot throughout this entire stream.
Interesting. Yes, you are correct. There you go. Well, looks warm on a cold, lonely winter night. So that's kind of sweet. Yeah, hey, I think if you're a fan of AEW, I guess you don't even have to be a fan. If you have a valid email address, email Tony Khan, put your name on the I want to challenge MJF list, and we'll get a thing going.
Because that's what it looks like. Everybody is challenging MJF.
We're gonna have to start that on Twitter. Try and start hashtag challenge MJF and just get everybody like throwing their 2 cents in.
Damien says Garcia has a title shot on Wednesday. Yep. We got Jay White and MJF at Full Gear. We got Samoa Joe wanting a title shot. It's just everything.
I still say, like, I feel like Jay White versus MJF is the last thing on people's mind with everything else going on.
It really is. Like, no one's talking about it because everything else is being thrown at MJF. So
how the hell? Like, again, I don't understand. But Mark Briscoe decided he wants to avenge MJF. So here we go. MJF has turned into the John Cena of AEW, where Tony Khan says, okay, where else can I stick MJF at? And who else can I have them chasing? You are the show, sir.
You're going to be in every part of the show.
Fuck, at this rate, they're going to have them serving popcorn and hot dogs. Jesus. Oh, big chop by Emmy.
I'm in full commercial now.
Oh, I'm still rolling through.
I don't know if this is like the TNT app commercial. I don't know.
Yeah, I've noticed in the past, I don't necessarily, like, when I go through this streamer, I don't get any commercials. And then I'll get like 1 or 2, and it's just like the logo blinking at me.
Yeah, I got a full-on Monopoly commercial right now.
When's the last time Sakura has a singles victory? Has she ever? Maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago. I mean, are we counting Dark? I didn't really watch. I can't help you, but I haven't seen her have a win ever. I don't think on AEW programming.
Yeah.
You got to go check out Cage Fight and see what her record is.
All right, I'm back finally from commercial.
There we go. Bum, bum, bum. We're going to celebrate my victories, even if we go back an hour back. There you go. You get to celebrate twice, Christian. Ever seen that movie, The Toy, with Richard Pryor? Yep. Tony's a lot. Yeah, Daniel. That's a great analogy, bro.
Really good analogy.
Ooh, big drop kick from Willow.
Mr. Jobson says, MJF is the final boss for AEW. That's what it's like. MJF, the final boss for AEW, and Roman Reigns, the final boss for WWE.
Yeah, but the only exception is he's also like the first level boss, and then like the midway through the adventure,
Exactly.
saleskeeper. Like he's got multiple roles in this journey, and he's the final boss. Like
right. He's all over.
Wow, he's on the pre-show and the main event.
Oh, next Wednesday is gonna be Red Velvet versus Julia Hart. Interesting.
Wow, I feel like we haven't seen Velvet in a minute.
Yeah. That was a nasty swinging neck breaker.
Not a smile at all. Let's go, Willow.
I have to say, since Collision has started, the women's matches on Collision have gotten a lot more time than the women's matches on Dynamite, I feel. I feel like the women's matches are more consistent on Collision.
Yeah, I agree with that, Anthony. I feel like you said, the amount of time they get. I mean, we've seen Statlander have a few matches recently. Julia Hart's had some stuff going on.
Yeah.
This match is longer than I anticipated.
And it seems like the crowd is actually into it and loving it.
You know what? It's been a pretty good match.
It really has. Yeah, it really has.
Let's go, Willow and the Rangers. It sounds like a good dirty movie. Willow and the Rangers. Dun, 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 dun. And there it is. 1, 2, 3. We got a winner.
Willow with the victory.
Power bomb for the W. Yeah, pretty good match.
Yeah, that was very solid. Willow Nightingale is really good.
Yes.
Yeah, she doesn't get enough praise.
Right. I moved on me. Where's Mercedes Martinez? She still kind of pops up and has a match once in a while. She recently fought on Ring of Honor, I think.
I think she did, yeah. She comes in every now and then.
Man, I get nervous every time they go back to the back now because I'm like, oh shit, another challenge. It's like MJF's The Bachelor. And I have a rose. Everybody wants a rose. Samoa Joe offering to watch MJF's back.
I wouldn't trust that.
No. Uh-oh. Okay, you can take my money on this one. Samoa Joe and Keith Lee face to face.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
6-0.
Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting with Keith Lee and Samoa Joe.
When did they just add that match? Is that also is Wednesday going to be a 3-hour show?
They have everything on Wednesday. So we got Keith Lee and Samoa Joe. We got Red Velvet and Julia Hart. We got Mark Briscoe and who is it? Is it Jay White?
Jay White, yeah.
Yes, Mark Briscoe and Jay White.
MJF and Garcia.
Yes.
You say that? Yeah, holy shit. Joe versus Lee, meaty men slapping meat. Yeah, that's two beefy boys going toe to toe. Does Joe wrestle in Ring of Honor? Nobody that has a belt in Ring of Honor outside of Athena wrestles on Ring of Honor.
Which is my other problem with AEW. We have Ring of Honor a whole show and none of the belts are on there. And they're always on AEW television. I don't know.
It's funny because, and I know Tony doesn't like the comparables, but you kind of watch what the WWE does with NXT, like people in and out, right? So it's still relevant. Like the NXT roster is relevant. The championship's still relevant to the roster, but every once in a while it will, be on a Raw or whatever. If Tony could figure out that kind of rhythm, a little bit of a dribble to this, it'd be a lot better.
Exactly. Mr. Bryce. What Anthony Red Velvet is back. They had it at the bottom of the screen on Wednesday. Is going to be Red Velvet versus Julia Hart. So yes, she is back.
Yeah, and again, they kind of just slid it in there. Nobody really made a big deal about it. Just give us a graphic like here. She's gonna return. I like Red Velvet a lot.
Yeah, I think she's great. I really do think she's great.
She's a firecracker. Swerve versus Penta also. Oh yeah, we forgot about Swerve versus Penta.
Oh yes. Yeah, Wednesday is stacked. Wednesday is really stacked.
It's the night of the random challenge. Tony's like, I'm sick of people making fun of my booking. You just go pick somebody to fight. Okay. I'm coming out of a commercial break, I think.
I'm about to, I got about 30 seconds left in my commercial break. Let's see here. Sophie says Ring of Honor Collision. I feel like if they would change Rampage to a Ring of Honor show, I just think that's perfect, but I don't watch Rampage. I haven't watched since CM Punk returned on Rampage. That was what, 2 years ago, a year and a half, somewhere around.
I think that was the first one ever.
It was.
Wait a minute. It was a long
It was a long time ago.
It's one of the first ones ever.
Oh, you might be right. I think it was the very first Rampage.
There's like this cool new show, he pops a rating and all downhill from there. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, the thing with Rampage is it feels like Tony or AEW doesn't care too much about Rampage, so it's hard to invest. Like we watch it every week just because, well, half of it is like our SmackDown post show, but
yeah.
Again, I think there's an opportunity there of like one solid hour of TV where you got a lot of talented people like a Samoa Joe, like we brought up Mercedes, Athena, where you could really highlight them on a Friday night and make it a destination of like where kind of like NXT used to be with the black and gold of like, I don't have the network, but I got to find that show. I got to watch that show. Ring of Honor could become that on a Friday.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're about to hit the main event, my friend.
Yeah, I just got the tag team champs out.
Gates of Agony coming out with Nana. Did you guys watch Crown Jewel? We watched it live, Sophie. We watch all the shows. So if you're new here, I appreciate you showing up. But click that like, click that subscribe, even click that little bell. We cover all the wrestling.
All the wrestling, Impact, WWE, AEW. I think we're sneaking in a Wrestling Revolver show soon. Yeah, we are here a lot.
Yeah, we recently did NWA, much to my disappointment. Sorry, Billy, but it was rough. But yeah, we GCW all down the line. We big fans. When we can fit it in the schedule, we cover as much as we possibly can. Sometimes 2 and 3 shows in a night. Sometimes we're here at 11:30 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Thank you, Japan. But nobody covers more live wrestling than we do, folks. The main event is going to be great. If it's anything like the rest of the show, it's going to be chaos.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a straight train wreck.
And Los Ingobernables don't like FTR. FTR is not really sure where they stand at all. Ricky Starks is in this weird tag team with Bill now, which I mean I like a lot. And then the Gates of Agony got kind of lumped in here somehow. So
Right.
a lot of crossovers. The embassy, well, let's just go. Oh, my Leafs are gonna lose. Son of a bitch. What a hockey game. Didn't go well though.
Damien is asking when's the next GCW show that you're gonna do.
Funny that you asked that because on my to-do list for tomorrow, Damien, is to kind of map out from now till New Year's of the shows that are coming up and when we can fit in and get in. So you'll have to bear with me. GCW does shows like every second day now, and it's so interesting and hard to keep up with. So there will definitely be some over the next couple months, but I'll let you know tomorrow.
I just before we jumped on here for Collision, I just found out that GCW is here in Atlanta tonight. I've never been to a GCW show, even though Luna kind of scared me off from going to one.
Oh, Luna.
She was like, she was a big fan of GCW. She went to that one show and she was like, never again.
It's definitely a different environment, especially like if you're used to going to like Impact shows and then but yeah, I mean, fun as hell. It's so funny listening to Nigel say Ingobernable. I can't even mock it because I can't do both at the same time.
I think Kyle has asked this question a few times. KJ and Anthony, I'm sorry to say it, but I hope AEW gets Sami Callihan. He would be good in the creative team. That's why I like Wrestling Revolver. But Triple H is also interested in him too.
Well, what do you think?
I think Sami Callihan would do great in AEW. I really think he would do well in WWE too. Yeah, I'm kind of cool with Sami Callihan kind of having his pick of the litter and choosing between AEW and WWE. It wouldn't really bother me as much to see where he goes.
Yeah, I always wondered if, again, we know how in the past WWE's been a little tight about certain things of like, okay, we'll sign you, but you can't do anything Wrestling Revolver related or you know, whatever it is. Like they always kind of, kind of push or impose their own kind of control on talent. So I wondered if it would make someone like Callahan hesitate, unless he's able to negotiate it in there of like, I can still do my own thing, or I won't appear, but I'm still going to book it and produce it. I think he's a great mind. I think his his hacker kind of crazy gimmick would do really good on that big stage, done like produced really well.
Yeah.
I could see him really standing beside Moxley though and rekindling that. Because Moxley and Callahan in AEW will burn the building down.
Oh no, I agree. I definitely agree there.
Shut up, AJ. I don't want to hear your shit. That's what I get for bragging at Ty. uh, shit changed quickly. Oh yeah, we still got a match going on. Has anybody made a prediction on this one?
I don't think anyone's made a prediction. Going through the chat, I don't see anything here at all. Nope.
Ooh. Wow. That's gonna get JR some heat from the fan. I like when he does stuff like that. You name another tag team that's better than FTR. I'll give me a list. I'll give you 10 seconds, and everything goes quiet. You're like, oh. Top guys for the win.
Oh, we got one prediction. Okay, with the top guys.
There you go.
It seems like this main event has kind of slowed the pace of the show down just a tad bit because it seemed like everything was like kind of on top of one another. And this one, we got to the main event and it was like, okay, let's slow down just a tad bit.
A little bit. We got to kill some time here. But yeah, oddly enough, the 8-man tag is the calmest, less chaotic shit we've gotten.
Like we're having a typical wrestling match now.
We actually got some tagging. There's no brawl going on at the moment.
I think let me see here. I think Jason has asked this question a couple of times to me. What would I do with Emmy if I was writing backstage? Honestly, I don't know. As a whole, with the women's division, I would do a revamp, to be honest. That's just me. But I think a lot of the talent, a lot of the women's talent in AEW kind of needs to be featured more, just not one person in general. We need to at least have two matches on each show. And that's not a hard ask.
At least two.
Just like two. That. I mean, and on Dynamite, it's gotten so routine. You know, like the women's match is going to be between 9 and 9:30.
And I feel like they get set up to be like the break of the show. So, and I think Nick and I talked about this earlier. Of you hear a lot of people pleading more. Oh, we need more. We need more women's wrestling. The women got to be booked better. And then we book them, and everyone's like, "Oh, this sucks." And you're like, "Well, wait a minute,
right.
folks, help me."
Or it's a botch fest, or like, yeah, it's.
And I mean, like. You being kind of the Impact guy with the knockouts have been infamous with women's wrestling for so long. I saw another good couple matches last night with the women. You know, one of my faves ever, Gail Kim, gets highlighted as the referee.
Yes.
And again, I've kind of counter-argued with a little bit of the NXT and given WWE some credit for the shine they're putting on women. And you talked about Halloween Havoc Night 1, where whether you love them or hate them, they are really giving them a shot. Here's some TV time.
Yeah, it was basically Halloween Havoc was basically like a women's all show, a women's NXT show. So yeah.
Bro, we spoke too soon. We got an electrical cord and a brawl. Like, you're not allowed to bring an electrical cord into the match, Bruce.
And this is the part for me in picture, the electrical cord and the brawl.
And that's when they go to picture in picture. That's the best part. So everybody's brawling everywhere. Ricky Starks has a cord around his neck. Roosh didn't even like try and do it like on the outside, like on the sly, like a heel. He just brought it in with him. And it's neon green. It glows in the fucking dark.
Bryce says that time to take out trash or clean dish is 9:30. I mean, it's every Wednesday. It's between 9 and 9:30. It's routine at this point.
Too funny. Yeah, and again, when Tony took some heat, they made a big deal about the lady holding the sign that said "Book Women's Wrestling Better."
Yeah,
he gave them 3 weeks in a row or 3 shows in a row with main event slots, and I don't think that's what we meant. Like we meant book them better. 3 random matches in the main event made people turn it off and go home.
Right.
Oh, help them out. Come on. And they got some really amazing women, and they got some really like from even like a backstage standpoint, Madison Rain and Serena Deeb and
Mhm.
other names that even a Soraya has great experience that could really help this division have good angles and good stories. That's why the idea that people were like, they're doing an all women show. I was like, really? What? Why? How?
Right, right. I know when I saw that, I was kind of confused and taken aback for a second because I'm like, Tony having an all women show is those two things match? Like, is that cereal and milk or is this oil and water?
It's like cereal and oil. Fuck. You might try and eat it, but it's not going to be good. Put Emmy with Sheeta together as a team. I guess a teacher student.
Right.
Oh, Nana beating up Dax. The crowd is just chanting FTR at the top of their lungs.
They are.
Gates and Agony slapping each other. You heard me. Ric Flair in AEW, and he says he wants to fight MJF.
I need Ric Flair to stay away from the ring.
All he has
I
to
don't
do is show up and challenge him. Just say
exactly. At
it.
this point, I don't even want Ric Flair to do his promos in the ring because I feel like he'll even more want to wrestle. Do your promos on the ramp and call it a day.
Man, again, it just makes me nervous, and maybe they know something I don't. But dude, I mean, I watched it last time Ric Flair had a match, and we keep saying it. Like, I mean, the dude passed out twice during his match.
Right, right.
From
And
lack
Luna and I talked about this, and I told her that I was actually planning on going to Ric Flair's last match because it
yeah,
was in Nashville, and I went to SummerSlam, so I was gonna
nice.
stay an extra night and go see the Ric Flair match. But I was like, no, the tickets were expensive because I was buying it the night before.
Yeah,
So I went home and then I bought it on Fight TV, and I was
yep.
like, I'm so glad I did not spend the money because that was just would have been a
Mhm.
waste of my time.
All right. You know, what's funny? It was an enjoyable card, other than the main event.
Right. The card was enjoyable.
Big Elbow missed. Ricky Starks takes a moment to be on commentary, but Big Bill misses a big elbow and tags Ricky.
Yeah,
Roosh with the hot
that was
tag.
a huge miss on that elbow.
I'm so confused by Roosh. Oh, he's pumping up the crowd. I thought they were. Oh, that's cheeky.
Roosh is taking out all of them.
I thought they were heels.
That's what I thought.
We got a 2 count. We got a 2 count. Near fall by Roosh. I love this show. Kyrie Sane is back in the WWE. Yes, she
Yes.
is. She has returned.
So happy about that.
My favorite thing. Sky Pirates are back. Do do do. Everybody in the ring during picture in picture. Welcome back, Victor. I don't know if I've said hi to you yet tonight, but yeah, Anthony, you kind of pointed that out. They go to picture in picture, and that's when they put the most shit to watch in there.
Exactly. That's when the whole brawl happened was picture in picture.
I can't concentrate on any of this shit.
Ooh, what a headbutt.
Man, the Gates of Agony are good.
They really are. They really are.
Yeah, and imposing. And you know what? I've been really impressed with Bill. And I kind of like this little team he's got going with Ricky.
I thought when they won the tag titles, I thought it was kind of weird.
I agree.
But yeah, after the last couple of weeks, I'm really liking this.
Yeah. Missile drop kick from Roosh. It's a madman. Has Dralistico been in this match at all? Or who's the other? It is Dralistico, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he's been in the match so far.
Yeah, I haven't seen the man do much. Wow, Ricky Starks hits a spear.
Ooh, that was a nasty spear too.
Even did you find even like the commentary table in AEW has been like chaotic? Like Nigel's in there, Tony's on the lead now, Kevin Kelly's on the side. Other people have stopped by. Now JR's there with the other two. Like,
Exactly. It's been all over the place.
I'm starting to just think that, Tony's upbringing has made him greedy and he wants all the things. Like all of them.
Yeah.
I don't care. We don't put them all on the table. Put them all in the ring.
And we can definitely see that with the whole MJF and having 72 challengers.
Oh, huge discus punch. Out goes Ricky.
I'm just now getting to that discus punch. Oh,
I'm going to hold up for a second. Dax gets the hot tag. That was kind of a warm tag. Tap it.
yep, there he goes with the tag.
And me with the Blackpool compact.
Shatter machine.
Oh! I think Dralistico finally did something.
Finally. Now,
Roosh
now bodies are just flying everywhere.
Oh, horns of the bull. Wait, that's the finish? Wait, what?
That's it? Wow.
These men are murdering each other and a turnbuckle drop kick. I guess that's, the bulls of the horn or the horn of the bull. Not the bulls of the horn.
Like we have flips, bodies flying everywhere, and we end on a turnbuckle drop kick.
Are you surprised that Roosh and oh, sorry, they didn't use Dralistico. They used what's his face? 5 or sorry, 10 from the Dark Order.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was billed as Dralistico. I think that's why I put Dragon on the thing here. But I guess they switched that up. But they win. So does that make them like number 1 contenders?
That's what it looks like. I mean, in hindsight, yeah.
But FTR is the group in the ring. Lights out. What the fuck? Here comes the House of Black after everything?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
House of Black.
They're here. It's a ruse. Tony. So right now, the House of Black are laying a beating on FTR. I did not see that coming.
I didn't see it coming either. Again, for what reason?
Well, and again, like FTR was kind of just beefing with Lawson and Granada. Now the BCC is coming out to help FTR. What the fuck? feel like they're in the back playing like wrestling spin the bottle. Like wherever the bottle stops, you go out next.
Keyshawn down here is saying the Blackpool Combat Club is a face now. Like it's so weird. I don't know. They have a big wheel in the back tonight and just spinning it.
Like, so FTR was like mad at Ricky Starks and Big Bill because they have the belts. Los Ingobernables show up and help them, but hate them. Then they're yelling at each other. Then the lights go out, and then they get beat up. And then the BCC out of nowhere, who have been heel as shit, are now saving FTR. And the House of Black ends up walking off. Anybody
So
following
weird.
along? I need
not.
a.
I'm definitely not following along here.
Oh my God. Trying to connect the dots in this shit is crazy fun. But that's the show, my friend.
That's it.
That is your Saturday Night Collision, folks. We always take a rating out of 10 at the end of the show. By all means, get in that chat. Let myself and Big Anthony, I'm so used to the other guy, Anthony, know what your rating for a show is tonight. Old habits die hard.
I don't even know where to give this a rating. I mean, it was good, but it was all over the place. I might have to give it the same rating I gave Crown Jewel, 7.5, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. I feel like you almost have to like have two ratings of like the like what I watched was like a 7. What it made, the level that it made sense was like a 4. Like,
exactly.
Overall, a good Collision in the sense of I was entertained from start to finish. And if you're not really big into the storylines or angles and you're not as nitpicky as some of us, you probably thought that was a phenomenal show because it didn't stop. It was all over the place all night. Now, some of the wrestling traditionalists out there are going to think this was a fucking dumpster fire from the beginning to the end. But it was entertaining.
Exactly. I'm interested to go on Twitter after this to see what people are saying. It was definitely all over the place.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Collision we were getting while Punk was kind of kicking around. It's definitely changed. Damien going 6.5. Yeah, I'm kind of somewhere in there. Like 6.5 seems fair. It's again ironic because I enjoyed the show, and I guess the argument is if you enjoyed the show, then what more do you want? But again, I think we talked about it earlier. Is you can watch a show in that one bubble and enjoy it, but as far as being a long-term fan, there has to be more than just a whole bunch of shit that you enjoyed in that moment.
Exactly. There's a lot of 6.5s in the comments I'm seeing.
Look at that. Yeah. Pastor says a rating. I'm still trying to figure out what what the Snapple Jacks I just saw. Oh, I don't know.
I really don't know what we just saw. It's like watching one of those shows on Disney. What is it, Disney Kids or something? Like they just threw everything together tonight and was like, "Hey, go out there and try your best, and you'll get a participation trophy." That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like unscripted. It feels like just ad libbing. Oh no, you go. Yeah, I think it'll be great.
Exactly.
Feels like we just watched the rehearsal for Collision. Collision just haven't been the same without Punk. 6.5 out of 10. Victor's still there though. So yeah, I'm kind of there with a couple of the other people. 6.5 seems fair.
I think the highest I saw is down here at Jobson with 7. So everybody's in that 6.5, kind of area.
What up, Evil? Welcome. Yeah, you're right. Like AJ 6.5, 7. Again, because I give it credit, because if the show was chaotic like that and it was boring, then we got a whole new issue.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
It was chaotic but entertaining.
It was highly like my cheeks kind of hurt from just smiling at everything. 6 out of 10. I don't care about the House of Black no more. They have been wasted. No. I don't think they've been wasted, but I think we like them so much we want more. And I think you could just really like. I know they can be a creepy babyface team because the fans love them so much, and then all you got to do is consistently book them, have them in something. And
Right.
they've been so stop and start. We haven't really cared.
No, I agree. I agree with you. It's like they're there some nights, other nights they're just not there. That goes back to Tony Khan's booking. It really does.
Dun dun dun. Jake was asking if you had seen this one.
Let's see. So, how you feel about Ruby Soho and Angelo Thing remind me of Grease. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen Grease before, so I don't know how to answer this question.
Yeah, definitely some West Side Story, old school greaser, Soch vibes from back in the day. But yeah, I'm curious how the relationship with Ruby and Angelo are gonna make sense or work, or I don't know. Are they gonna take on other couples? I have no idea. I don't know, guys. It's been a long day. I'm just guessing at this point. This is the rating of the night, by the way.
6.9.
I wish I would have thought of it.
Like, I feel like I need to give you a 7, but I just can't. So I'm just giving you a 6.9. And then on top of what happened earlier with the whole celebration.
Right, very fitting. 6.9 out of 10. Bash, that is the right answer. Not usually a right answer on a rating, but that is correct.
We'll accept it tonight.
I have been a WWE fan since 2001 or 2002. I forgot which year I became a full-time fan. All right, Sophie, thank you. Fun fact. All right, we're gonna go last call on the chat, folks. We're gonna shut her down. But Vance, yes, he did. Thank you, Victor. I'm wondering if Arn Anderson was happy about being let go because there was so many people in the back that just don't want to listen and to sound booking advice about psychology. I don't. I'm sure he was disappointed it didn't work out better or that he wasn't renewed. That would make sense, right?
Nah, I guess so. Yeah, that would kind of make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I kind of feel like Arn's at the point of his career where he don't give a fuck.
that's true too.
This ending was a dumpster fire, bro. The show from start to finish was kind of a hot fire, but
It really was. And then that ending with the drop kick, like we just had a high stakes, flying bodies everywhere, and then we end with a drop kick.
Yeah,
Kind of
I think
weird. Kind of weird.
if that's Rush's go-to finisher, we're gonna have an issue
We're gonna
because
have to change that very soon.
you can't start the match by choking a guy with a cord and then end it with that move in the corner. It's just not the same. It's not the right
Right.
level of violence. I saw just enough of Grease to turn it off. I don't like musicals or movies that have the characters breaking out into musical numbers. I can't watch that stuff. Come on, Jeff. Nothing wrong with a good musical.
Yeah, sometimes a good musical is,
Yeah.
something you gotta watch.
I like movies. I like music. Just sometimes it works.
Yeah, put them together.
Anthony's younger. He has an excuse. Jeff, you don't have you definitely accidentally watched it once on fucking TBS every Saturday. The wrestlers make up their own shit, agents and producers and catering. It does feel like that. It does feel like the inmates ran this asylum.
Tonight definitely felt like that. Hey, y'all go out there and make the show. We just gonna sit and cater and eat tonight.
Yeah, y'all, you're doing great. You guys should watch that match. Wonderful. Collision has been a dumpster fire for weeks. Saturday is just not a good night for wrestling, especially if the show was built on one man and with an out of control ego. You lost me right at the end. It would seem like his ego was pretty in control, and the show was a lot more in control a few weeks ago. Just
That's
saying.
true. It was well put together a few weeks ago, I can say.
Little more structure to Collision. I would say that. Still better 90% of what's on Raw, SmackDown, and most WWE so-called premium events. That? Oh, come on, real. Let's be real. Like, you can't call yourself real and say things like that. Not allowed. All right. Did I say last call? Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Triple H will make Arn Anderson, maybe Cody Rhodes. No, don't do that.
No, please don't.
No. You can bring in Arn to work with Brock, but I don't think you want Arn anywhere near Cody.
Yeah.
We did that once before.
Not a good idea.
The Wiz is a classic. There you go. Jake with us on the musicals. I like The Wiz. I feel like fitting. There you go. All right, folks. We're going to call it. Jeff, I'm not going to get into a musical debate with you right now. But, folks, make sure you click all the buttons below. Make sure you be a part of the family. Join us. Be a member. Go get yourself some swag. Follow us on social, including TikTok and everywhere else. Anthony, I know we haven't done many streams together, but at least they're entertaining when we do.
That is true. That is true.
But any final thoughts on this wonderful eve?
No final thoughts. Just come back tomorrow for our 2 streams. We got me and Luna watching that fish market match. I'm definitely excited to see. And Nick and KJ are back with their debates. The dirt sheet debate. So yeah, come back tomorrow. We'll be here again.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to get into. They're gonna have some, fish, and me and Nick are gonna go fishing for the hot topics. So but other than that, folks, we thank you so much for joining us on this weekend. Come back tomorrow, like Anthony said. And until next time, we will see you on the flip side. Good night. You got balloons.